Happening now at Hirsch Coliseum, the Shreveport Bossier Mudbugs are showing off their brand new ice and rink. It's an open house of sorts for some diehard hockey fans, but that building played a pretty special role in a young Bossier girl's life a few months ago.
We've talked about that family before. For any parent, there is no greater loss than the loss of a child. The Romaneks lost their oldest, Bailey, while returning home on a cross-country trip last summer.
Since that time, daily life, work, school, or just relaxing has been a struggle, and understandably so.
Ask Bailey's mom. Just breathing felt restrictive at times, but that was until Bailey's sister had this bright idea, a dream actually, which now allows her to remember Bailey unlike ever before. As the new ice goes down inside Shreveport's Hirsch Coliseum, it's the start of new dreams for a whole new era of Mudbugs hockey. Soon, these seats will be packed with fans cheering on young, up-and-coming skaters, hoping to make their hockey dreams come true on the ice. But for one up-and-comer, it's already happened, and she's only just learned to skate.
Let's do your bunny hop.
Bunny, okay.
Keely Spites and her mother, Stephanie Romanek, have come a long way in a very short amount of time. It was nearly a year ago when the Romaneks suffered their greatest loss, the loss of a loved one, Keely's 10-year-old sister Bailey, in this cross-country accident.
She'll always have a special place with us.
Months after the accident, students and dozens of others gathered to remember Bailey at a special memorial at her school, Princeton Elementary.
Right down this side.
Time heals, at least as much as it can.
She's been an emotional roller coaster as much as everybody.
But for Stephanie and Keely, public skating days on George's Pond, putting blades to ice, has been surprisingly therapeutic.
I didn't even know it was here.
Especially since neither of them had a clue this frozen prescription for a broken heart was anywhere near them.
To make an impact in her life and to see her be able to follow her dream, that was better.
Or that Keely, now dubbed the ice skating princess, even had the desire until she decided to do just that. Follow her dream. She
woke up on Christmas Eve and said, I had the best dream ever. And I was like, what was your dream? And she said, I dreamed that me and Bailey went ice skating tomorrow.
A rather bizarre thing to dream about in the deep south, being that Keely and Bailey had only been on skates once before, while on vacation in New York, just weeks before their accident. In this cell phone clip, that's Keely clutching the orange cone just to stay upright, while Bailey was having the time of her life. Yet after that dream, Keely was insistent about going ice skating.
I was in shock because Keely hated ice skating in New York.
Nonetheless, Stephanie searched out a local ice rink, and the two raced to the Hirsch the very next day. And after only one day on the ice,
she was like, Mom, I can breathe here. Me and Bailey are skating. It's so fun.
Just like her dream.
I called my mom and I was telling her how great it was and how much Keely was enjoying it. My mom messaged me and she's like, do you know anything about this place? And I was like, no, it's just an ice skating rink. Just found out about it.
The rink, George's Pond, is named after 12-year-old George Klucher.
There is not a day that goes by that I don't walk into this building and know that George Klucher, I feel him every day.
A friend of longtime Mudbugs coach Scott Musket, George was another one of those young, up-and-coming hockey players with an incredible passion for the sport, who died after a tragic accident at home. Now this has become a fitting way to always remember the life of a young man whose second home was on the ice. And on that day at the rink, when Stephanie found out why George's name is emblazoned in ice.
Well, it was pretty crazy because right in the middle of all these smiling faces and all these people that were so happy to be here,
I just burst into tears.
Was a lady in tears.
Oh, I was like, what's your relation to George? And he said that he was George's coach.
All she kept saying was, I want to buy passes, I want to be here every day, I want to give to this.
Coach Musket talked about George and his tragic accident. Stephanie began sharing about Bailey.
For the first time since the accident, I told him about mine. And he started crying, I started crying, everybody's crying.
Crying for joy.
Cry.
And breathing for the first time since last summer.
This is where we come to breathe. And this is where I can come and cry. And everyone understands.
This was the place that they could come as a family and actually forget the troubles of the past
at a place where George's past is celebrated.
George lets me know almost daily in some way or another that everything's okay.
A place where you'll find George's dad, Chuck, on any given day. It's a way, he says, to feel closer to his son.
George and Bailey are definitely friends.
I'll agree with that.
A place where the Romanaks and the Klutchers have grown closer. A place where Keely feels closer to her sister Bailey. And now a place for us to celebrate and remember Bailey as well.
It was the most apparent to us that this was the right thing to do.
A reminder on the rink wall, a surprise from the Mudbugs.
When I turned and I saw it, I just burst into tears. Try one more. And she loves skating by Bailey's banner. She'll do so silly, and then she'll get by that, and she'll just like show off. It's like her little comfort spot.
Because I just want to be by my sister.
And now for Keely, a dream that repeats itself every time the family heads to George's Pond.
5 times a week.
It's a lot of breathing.
That's a lot of breathing. That's a lot of good breathing.
And Keely tells her mother she has the Olympics in her future. Don't count her out. I got a feeling she'll be there. Keely and Stephanie have really become closer to George's father. And, of course, Coach Musket there with the Mudbugs. They're always hanging out there. And speaking of the Shreveport-Bossier Mudbugs, tonight is a big night for the beloved hockey team making its return to the Hirsch Coliseum. Another live look here. The Mudbugs just finished installing that brand new ice. Kind of did new things with the rink. Nice seating around the rink. Improvements. You can go by and see all the new changes. Tonight's special, the Ice is In event, lasts until about 7:30 tonight.
KSLA Storm